We got one engine to turn and unlocked, and so now we are going to be checking compression on that, and depending on what we find, I guess, is our next move. This feels all too familiar. You're not getting any compression.
This is Chris, and I'm Cindy, and this is our salty dog Trooper and our salty kitty Stella, and we've got some salty tales to tell you. So make sure you continue watching and also click the subscribe button so you don't miss any in the future.
We are at what we call the baby SeaRay, and we are here to check and see if there's compression on the engine that we were able to get unlocked in our last video. I'm always finding these strange little notes and drawings that Chris makes. I don't know what they are. How many pairs of pants do you have on?
One.
Ah, loser.
Loser.
I have two. Oh, good. Yes. Now you have this to the other boat. This to the other boat yard. Good job.
Definitely not in that center console.
I don't see it.
Did you want to buck home and get it? So you're stuck in the cold. I'll get I might be able to lift the hood and start getting this compression rig set up.
All right, we got one engine to turn and unlocked, and so now we are going to be checking compression on that, and depending on what we find, I guess, is our next move. Basically what we discovered is that year and model SeaRay, and I think like a couple years before and after possibly, the design of the exhaust was less than desirable, and so the exhaust actually takes water into it, and then the water intrusion happens with the engines. The more we're researching, the more we found out there was a recall on it, but they didn't reach out to all the owners of the boats to have the work done. You had to like find out about it, and then you could get it done under like a recall warranty. And it's like a redesign of the exhaust system. A lot of people seem to put higher risers, and I guess that elevates the exhaust to where the water doesn't come into the engines. But then Chris was reading that some people are like taking the risers out, which I'm like, that seems strange, but it's something to do with physics. I don't even know. So anyway, we are looking at you know, what we can do to fix that problem, but we got to get the engines figured out first, because depending on if we need to replace another one again, you know, there's shipping, timing, all that. So we're getting the engines figured out first. Once we get that dealt with, get those running hopefully, or get engines that run, we'll sort the exhaust out, and then get the engines in and make sure that it's a good boat, and then it'll be ready for its next owner. What frustrates me the most, though, I just gotta share this, is that like none of the freaking mechanics, quote unquote, knew any of this information. Like none of them knew, none of them understood. It's like, how can you work on boats if you don't really know boats? It just blows my mind. We did get put in touch from this marina where we're storing it. We got put in touch with a great mechanic that actually knows what the hell he's talking about. He seems extremely knowledgeable. He knows the ins and outs of like why it happens. You know, this marina, actually, their mechanics are very knowledgeable. We would actually be having them work on it, except they don't have the computers that run the codes on the engines. The mechanic they referred us to, he does. So that's who we'll be working with when the time comes. But it's just sad that it took 2 years of us asking around and trying to find help, and you know, because it was like clearly we felt like it was more than we thought we could figure out. We just couldn't figure it out. But then when we found out like the mechanics they knew less than us, I'm like, oh my god. So it's just kind of interesting. So anybody that's owned, like this one's a 97 330 Sundancer. If you're watching, give a shout out and let us know what you did for the exhaust redesign. And if you didn't know about that and it hasn't been a problem yet, you might want to start doing some research, because once you get that salt water in your engines, that's it, you're done. Another thing we found out is when you work on the engines on this specific, I don't know if it's these specific engines or this boat or whatever it is, you have to like, to get the timing set, you have to like reset something with a computer, apparently. None of the mechanics we ever talked to knew that. We didn't know it. So when Chris set the timing, it was like it wasn't right, even though it was right, but it wasn't right because the computer hadn't been reset. This is like just the information I'm gathering. I don't even know if it's correct. It's just what I think I hear. If we had gotten that computer reset and redone the timing, apparently the boat would have run. But what happened is we were taking it out to, you know, do a shakedown, and I think it was our second boat fail video. Yeah, I think it was our second boat video, which was like a terrible video, so don't judge me. But if you go back and watch our second boat video, you'll see like our second attempt at boating, we failed again or something. It was titled something like that. We broke down out on the water and it was really choppy. We had to wait for sea tow, and apparently we got water intrusion that day again. Then that caused the future problems with the engines. So it was kind of interesting, like if we had known we needed a computer to reset the engines and then do the timing, we would have been off and running. We're definitely learning a lot. Not like learning mechanically necessarily, but just like learning a lot. We're learning how to handle these failures as a couple. We're learning, you know, sometimes you just can't depend on other people, even if it is their specialty, and that sometimes you are your best resource. We are learning that these are good problems to have, because I have friends that have cancer. I have, you know, people that have lost loved ones this past year, and these are good problems. If you're going to have problems, we're blessed to have these as our problems. So we're just trying to keep a positive mindset, and we have a boat that runs, and so, you know, and that's why we kind of abandoned the other SeaRay and just enjoyed our summer, because I was like, we need that. We needed that so bad, and we don't regret that at all. And there he is waiting for me. What's up, buddy? Were you able to lift the hatch at all or no?
No.
All right. There's ice.
Ice.
Ice, ice, baby. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Ready?
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
All right, buddy.
Here we go, Barcelona, or whatever they say in the song.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. What's that for?
Checking compression.
Oh, I see. You actually have a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where's the notepad? Ah, with Chris's artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's beautiful.
It is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. This feels all too familiar.
Yeah.
Lost geese.
Yeah, buddy. I didn't turn the ignition on. You just turn the port ignition on for now.
Okay.
And then we'll push to start it, but you may have to use an emergency button to bridge the batteries because they're dead.
Okay.
And just keep running until I yell stop.
All right. Port ignition.
Yep. Bridge them.
All right.
Stop. All right, turn it off.
Do you need me to? Oh, okay.
All right, let's start again.
Am I supposed to be writing stuff down?
If I get to something, go ahead and start again.
Boy. You're not getting any compression?
No.
Oh boy.
All right, go ahead and start it.
I'm just going to say right now, if you've never worked on a inboard boat like this, you don't understand the struggle of trying to get around everything inside the engine compartment.
Go ahead and start it. Yeah.
So what's the deal?
Yeah, I don't have compression.
So what does that mean?
Could be a head gasket, could be probably a head gasket. I don't know.
Does it mean that we need to pull that engine, or are we able to work on it in place? We
Yeah, I
don't
gotta pull it.
know. All right, so we got to pull both.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what we came to find out.
What? What'd you say? Ah. You know, I'm supposed to be home making baked ziti, you fool.
I have it. Well, I don't have a thing right now, but I have a thing.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire.